Friends, welcome to another episode of Auto Afflicted. I'm your host, Ollie Goulet, and today I got something special. Auto Afflicted's first van, Mitsubishi Delica Star something. The hell is it? A full JDM import, Mitsubishi Delica Starwagon Turbo D. That's right, it's a turbo diesel. I'm going to show you everything that's cool about it, tell you about how you might be able to get your hands on one, and we're going to drive it around. It's right-hand drive, so that's going to be a treat. Let's get into it. Right, so 1991 Mitsubishi Delica Starwagon Turbo D. So it's a turbo diesel. It's a 2.2 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's tucked away here under the seat. We'll get into that in a minute. But just look at how cool this thing. It's a short wheelbase type of vehicle. It's actually built on a Pajero, or what you might know as a Montero in the States. It's built on that platform. And the name Delica actually comes from the fact that it was called originally sort of a delivery car, and it's so that chopped up Delica. Kind of weird. I like Delica though. It's a cool name. This thing, I've seen these when I used to travel to Japan. They just have the coolest vehicles, and this is one that definitely stood out in my mind because they give you these tiny vans with such capability. This has full-on off-road capability because it does have a solid rear axle. So unlike other supposed off-road vans, and it's tiny, but inside it's enormous. I don't know, and the styling, when you look at the styling, like this is pretty common actually, the black and white theme. My understanding is there's pretty much all two-tone offerings. Anything you see that's one color has probably been resprayed, but just really cool. It does also have the crystal light roof offering, so you've got this whole open roof, sunroof thing going on. I don't really know the crystal light reference. It makes me thirsty and then makes me angry because crystal light was disgusting. Anyway, let's go inside and take a look at this thing. All right, so inside this thing, this is kind of cool where the engine hides in here. So you do actually sit right on top of the engine, which is a little bit wild. And then under the carpet, there's a latch here and then a latch on the far side and a safety latch. It allows you to then lift it up to get access to the engine. And there's a strap here. Fumble with the strap. And the strap just holds it back there. Access to the engine. Pretty nice engine. Does have aftermarket radiator, mechanical diesel, kind of cool, mechanical diesel. This one does have a new battery, of course. This car is actually up for sale, and it's brokered by my friend Andre of Shoumatoff Auto, who you can find in the description, and also I'll just drop it here visually. But anyway, so engine underneath. It does get a little warm when you're rolling around. You can feel the heat come up just a little bit. It's not too bad. I hear that back here actually gives off a fair amount of heat. This dog. Excuse me. Back here gets kind of hot anyway. You can feel it. The front end of this thing is awesome. Beefy. It has purpose. As you can see, there's step sides here, so you can step up on that, probably to gain access to cleaning your windshield and various other things. The Nerf bar is beyond stout. Super cool headlights, projector lights. I don't know if these are aftermarket or not. They look like they're Koito brand, which is really high-end Japanese stuff as far as I know. Just really cool. As we work our way around, you can see it does have this aftermarket snorkel, which is cool and super subtle too. It's you barely notice it, and the accent of it all, I think, is really cool. These are the stock wheels, but of course, some nice meaty BF Goodrich all-terrain TAs. And this is like the stock stance, really. This is how it comes. It's not lifted at all. It does have a little muffler mod. So, you know, it breathes pretty well. This one is tuned for sea level or lower altitudes rather, and we're up here at 8,000. So sometimes you do roll a little coal, but that's fun. It's fine, just a little bit. I bought a tax credit for that actually. I offset that, so it's fine. Here at the back, I don't know if this is aftermarket or not. You know, this is a pretty robust tailgate. I think this is aftermarket with a nice tire holder. Just burly and has some cool backup lights as well. Cockpit's super cool. Upright position. You know, when you're in the cockpit, you're looking straight over. Everything is actually in kilometers, so you have to run the conversion on that. Nice velour seats. They're pretty supple, and I mean, in general, it's pretty easy to work, even though it is right-hand drive. It's an automatic, so, you know, gas, brake, punch, easy stuff. Storage-wise, they do give you some cup holders back here in this flip-back armrest. Window controls over here. Stuff in Japanese. Good luck with that. I don't know. This car has been upgraded and does have a nice Pioneer system that features backup cam and stereo function, all of that good stuff. Does make a cool beep, which you'll get to hear when we back it up. Let's take a look back here. Inside, you can see very spacious. You know, it kind of gives like an airplane vibe with the controls up on the roof. You can control AC up here. There's power close for these as well. Back here, this is pretty cool. This is like a little light action that you can kind of aim around. Reminds me of Airplane, the movie.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Normally you would see curtains all along here. You can affix curtains for privacy. And then the seats, cool feature about the seats is they do swivel all the way around. Captain's chairs. And they also, the backs, watch your head, they do go completely flat, and apparently you can fit a whole queen mattress in here, and when you do that, then if you have a little shelving back here, you have space to work with underneath, and so it's quite a car camper, I'd say. So pretty cool. I don't know, a lot of people just leave these in. I know that there's probably some community that would go ahead and revamp the whole inside of this like you would a Sprinter, but then there's others that see what it is and, you know, don't want to ruin a good thing. Anyway, let's check out the back. This is insane. So back here is like the largest panel I've ever seen that moves on a vehicle. Just get the tire out of the way. And then look at this thing. This is like, what, 5-6 feet of metal, just massive. But kind of cool. The first thing I thought when I saw this was like, you're car camping and maybe, you know, this is like your patio. And it's covered, whether you need sunshade or protection from the rain on a rainy day. But look at how cavernous this thing is. Like, pretty cool. You could see why people would import something like this from Japan and use it as opposed to a Sprinter, and especially considering the cost of entry, you know, say around $20K for something like this versus Sprinter, I don't know, you're going to be like $150K built out, you know, maybe half of that, but still. And I mean, everyone's got a Sprinter. I want a Delica, and this thing is awesome. Let's take it for a drive. Downtown. So driving a right-hand drive car, if you've never done it, it's not that tricky when it's an automatic because there's not that much that changes. Do have the blinkers on the right, which is a little weird because I want to keep signaling with the windshield wiper fluid, and that's just disconcerting. But you adapt pretty quick, and this one is particularly fun because it does have this cool Momo California steering wheel which it just kind of adds to the appeal. See, there I go again. Want to turn left, turn on the wipers. Oh yeah? Oh, sick. Loves it. It's not mine.
Wait a minute, who's driving that? I'm scared.
Right.
Have a good one.
You as well. So, the Delica, it's pretty fun to drive, even though you're sitting basically on top of the engine, which is a little warm, and you're sitting right over the front wheels, which is a little bouncy. It's not too bad, really. And honestly, you know, the inconsistencies in the road around here, it handled those just fine. I don't really have anywhere to take it off-road, but people on YouTube say it goes off-road, which is cool because it looks the part. You know, beyond that, it's about what you'd expect from, you know, 90s Japanese car. Kind of plasticky. Everything works though. You know, it's thoughtfully designed. I'd say, really, I wish I had elbow support that was a little higher here. I kind of feel like I'm falling into the center of the car a little bit. But I don't know, you adapt to it. But all in all, it's a cool ride, and it's something that, you know, if you want to stand out from the crowd, this is definitely the off-road van for you. So, yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I would definitely have one in the fleet if I had unlimited fleet space. It's that good. So, friends, thanks for joining me on this little adventure of our first van. Looking forward to checking out some more vans. I know I did that whole thing on Acme Overland Sprinter vans, but we didn't drive their vans. So this is the first official Mitsubishi Delica Starwagon, the Turbo D. That's turbo diesel. And again, I thank you all for checking it out. If you're not subscribed, I would appreciate a subscribe from you. I would appreciate a like. Or, you know, if not, just enjoy the rest of your day. Love the ones you're with, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you.